welcome back to another monthly reset routine, guys. How was June for you? It is currently the end of June while I am filming this video. June for me was a pretty good month. I tried to work on my goals, I tried to relax, have a good time, enjoy summer because summer has officially started. And if you have been watching my vlogs, you know that I have been going to the beach quite often, I have been doing lots and lots of reading, and I'm basically just trying to enjoy summer while also focus on my work, on my goals, and all this good stuff. So do let me know how June was for you. Leave me a comment down below. Make yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee, or a cold cup of tea or an iced coffee, because I understand that in a lot of countries the weather is very hot, but I have the AC blasting, so I made a warm cup of green tea. And let's talk about goals, books, favorites, and just have a good time together for a few minutes. And let's have a look at my June goals. So for June, I made sure that my goals were quick, simple, easy, because I was feeling pretty stressed during May and I didn't want to carry that energy all the way through June. And I also want to give a huge thank you to all the people who watched my previous monthly reset routine and left me the nicest comments. You guys are so kind. You motivate me and inspire me to keep on going and to keep on posting also on this channel, because even though YouTube is a hobby of mine and I love it, there are moments that I'm thinking that maybe I should take a step back, maybe I shouldn't post that frequently to give myself space and maybe also focus on other hobbies. But seeing you guys enjoy my videos and commenting and supporting just motivates me and gets me even more excited to film these videos. So a huge shout out to you. You know who you are. Each and every one of the people who commented on my last monthly reset routine, you guys are my besties and you have a place in my heart. I think that I rambled a lot, so let's start with the June goals. My first goal was to spend less time on YouTube Studio. My bestie YouTube Studio, me and YouTube Studio, we're like this. At the beginning of June, I was not spending less time. I was actually checking my YouTube analytics and YouTube Studio daily, multiple times during the day. And there was this day, I cannot remember specifically which day, that I snapped and I was like, what am I doing? Again, spending so much time on YouTube Studio. So what did I do? I deleted the YouTube Studio app overall from my phone. I just deleted it. And now I check my YouTube analytics only on my laptop. And again, I try to not check them that often. I cannot say that I achieved this goal because at the beginning of the month I did check my YouTube analytics and YouTube Studio a lot, and I'm still checking it, but at least it is a bit less than it was the previous months. But because I didn't do it for the whole month, I cannot say that I succeeded this goal. Next goal, visit a new bookstore. I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that either, but I'm thinking that in July I will go to a new bookstore or maybe a couple of new bookstores, and I will also film a bookstore vlog. The next goal was to read Queen of Shadows, which is part of the Throne of Glass series. I think that it is book number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we also count the novellas, The Assassin's Blade, yeah, it's book number 5 on the Throne of Glass series. So I did finish reading Queen of Shadows, and the next goal was to start the tandem read, so books number 6 and 7 on the Throne of Glass series, which I did as well. They are right here. Can you see them? They are kind of in the frame. So I'm currently in the middle of the tandem read, and honestly I am enjoying the books very much, but I feel like I have been reading them for the longest time and I'm not even halfway through these books. And my last goal was to go to the beach. I did do that as well. I think I went to the beach during June twice. I think it was twice or 3 times. I'm not really sure. But these were all of my June goals. I did pretty well. I mean, they were not plenty of goals. And I am officially ready to write down my July goals. So I'm not gonna delay or blab anymore. I will write down my July goals. Fresh new month, fresh new goals. I am ready. Let's do it. Alright, I am all done with my July goals. I also tried to do a summary doodle situation up on the top where I write down the title, so July goals. I'm not really the best at drawing, but I tried to do something summary. Goal number 1, organize book card. I recently got a new book card. I am thrilled about that. I have been wanting a book card for the longest time. I also want a bookshelf, but that is another situation. I'm just waiting for my landlord to remove a radiator from the wall so I can put my bookshelf there. So while I'm waiting for that to get done, I got myself a book cart because I have been accumulating quite a high number of books, I want to say, and I don't have enough space for them anymore, so I thought, why not get a book cart? But I haven't organized it yet, and I'm also waiting to receive a few more books, and I'm thinking about filming a book haul. Is that something that you guys would like to see on my channel, a book haul? I know that I love watching these videos, but I don't know if you are interested in that. So if you are interested about seeing a book haul, let me know in the comments. My second goal is to donate some books. I had done a book and haul a few months ago. I think it was during spring, and I kept some books that I thought that I was going to read, but I don't think that I will end up reading them. For sure, a couple of them I'm not going to read them, so I want to do a little haul and donate them at a secondhand bookstore or my local library. My third goal is to finally finish reading the Throne of Glass series, because I have been reading this series since April. So I am almost 3 months in reading Throne of Glass. So I think that it is about time that I finish the series, because I have been filming a reading vlog, a full spoilers reading vlog, and I cannot wait to post that. I'm having the most fun reading this series. I have been having a good time filming it and editing it, so I'm really hoping that you guys will enjoy it as well. And that brings us to the next goal, upload the Throne of Glass reading vlog. I'm really hoping that I will manage to do that, because I am, as I told you, in the middle of the tandem read, and these are really thick books. And then Kingdom of Ash is massive as well. It's almost, I think, 1000 pages. So I need to be reading a lot to achieve that. That is my goal. Maybe it's too ambitious, we will see. The next goal for me is to do some christening purchases. I'm becoming a godmother for the second time this summer, early fall. So I want to finalize some purchases for that. Then I want to take Bella to get her grooming done. If you don't know, Bella is my dog, but she's actually our family dog. So she's not living with me, she's living at my family's house, but I go see her every week. And of course, I also take her sometimes in my apartment to stay with me, but I don't do that very often because pets are not allowed in my apartment. But my landlord has said that it is okay for, you know, a couple of days or like 1 week every now and then. He doesn't mind that, but pets are not allowed in my apartment. And also, my family's house is her home. I wouldn't want to take her away from her home forever and bring her here, because she's also a very anxious dog. She's also very old. She's 15 years old now, so she cannot see very well now. She cannot hear very well, and I know that she feels comfortable in my family's house, so I don't want to take her away from her home. And my final goal is to stretch daily. This is also one of my yearly goals for 2024 in general, because stretching makes my body feel amazing. But lately, the past few months, I haven't been stretching every single morning like I used to, and I feel like I'm not starting my mornings in the best way possible lately. I also want to start meditating a bit more often. I used to meditate very often, then I stopped meditating overall, but yesterday morning I was not feeling the best, and I did a meditation and I really liked it. So I think that I should start meditating more again. I didn't put this in my goals list, but it doesn't matter. I'm just thinking about it, and I think that I'm going to do it. Okay, so time to move my goals notebook to the side, and time to grab my laptop, which is over there, so we can have a nice look at my July mood board slash vision board, because I have already created it on Canva. I created it like a couple of days ago. I was just very excited and ready for July, and I just wanted a fresh new mood board because I also use it as my laptop's wallpaper. Let's have a quick look at it. For the base, again, I chose this nice blue color because this light shade of blue just reminds me of summer, and I love blue as a color in general. So if you're new to my channel and this is the first time that you see one of my mood boards, I leave the left part of my mood board empty because I use it as my laptop's wallpaper, and I want this side of the screen to be empty and not have a lot of pictures in there, because that's where all the icons on my screen are, and it's just annoying to my eyes to have the icons on different pictures. I don't know if that makes sense. I am weird like that. The first picture that I chose is obviously a picture of a book, just the beach aesthetic, just reading at the beach, the whole vibe that I want my summer to have. Me on the beach, reading a good book, relaxing, not tanning. I'm not the tanning type of person. I am the person who's always sitting at the shade, and she's wearing SPF 50+. So I don't know if you will see me more tanned during the summer months. You might see me because I can get a tan when I am swimming in the ocean, but this is what the first picture represents, me going to the beach. The next couple of pictures that I've chosen are both quotes. So the first one says, "Let your faith be bigger than your fear," and the second one says, "Try again." These are both great reminders for me because I am very strict with myself, and when I don't see the results that I am expecting or that I was hoping for, I start thinking like, what if my tries are all in vain? But we shouldn't think like that. So this is a great reminder for both me and you. We shouldn't think like that. Our faith should be stronger than our fears and than our what ifs, and we can always try again. If we try something and it doesn't work out, we will try again. I mean, let's take, for example, athletes. Athletes are not born super amazing professional athletes. They work and they try hard. They lose, they win, they might lose again, but they keep on trying. So this should apply to all aspects in life. We should always try again and let our faith not destroy our fear, because it is also human to fear and have fear. But I think that our faith should be stronger than our fears. I mean, if we can conquer all of our fears and not fear at all, that would be amazing and the perfect case scenario. But I feel like all of us have fears, and that is human. For the next picture, I chose this picture of a girl at a bookstore. So this represents me at the second-hand bookstore that I want to go to donate some books, but also maybe buy some new books. And not only at the second-hand bookstore, I also want to visit a couple more bookstores in Athens that I haven't been to before, because I have been living in Greece almost my whole life and I haven't been to a lot of Athenian bookstores. So I should do that. The next picture I find so beautiful, peaceful, serene. This girl is looking at the sky, and I wanted this picture to be my reminder to focus on the little things and the simple moments. So yes, focus on the sky, look at the sky, look at the people around you, look at the flowers, look at the trees, look at your cup of tea that you just made, and just think about the small simple things that you have around you. Because for example, the sky, we see it every day. Most people do not even look at it. We just go through our days and we don't focus on the nature around us. We might focus more on our goals, on our fears, on things that make us feel stressed, on our obligations. But I want this picture to be my reminder to also focus on the beauty around me. The next picture, of course, represents my book card that I want to organize and maybe also decorate a little bit. Maybe also put like a little flower, a little vase there. My book card is not pink, even though I did wanted a pink one as well. Firstly, I wanted a white one. Then my second option would be pink, but I just found a beige one, so now I have this beige sand colored book card, which is pretty. It doesn't bother me. I still love the color. But this is what this picture represents. I want to organize and decorate my book card nicely. I mean, I cannot really decorate my book card, I feel like, because I will have it stacked with books, but I just want to organize it. And the last picture represents me reading Kingdom of Ash to close this chapter of my life. I am being very dramatic, but I feel like this was a part of my life. It's still a part of my life, this series. But I feel like I have been focusing on this series and reading it for so many months that it just has a close place to my heart now. I love the characters, the whole storyline. And when I finish these books, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, because I know that I will get even more attached. And then I will have to let all these characters go, even though I'm sure that I will think about them every single day. That's what happened with Akatar as well. I'm still thinking about Akatar, but maybe not every single day, because these books, Throne of Glass, this series, is consuming my life. You should see me do the tandem read. I have both books at once in front of me, and I also have printed a list with the correct order of the chapters so I can do the tandem read correctly. And I just look like I am low-key studying for exams or something. My boyfriend saw me the other day reading and he was like, "What are you doing? Are you studying for Panellinies?" If you are from Greece, you know what that is. These are our official exams that we take once we finish high school, so we can go to our next step to university and study something. So he was like, "Are you studying for that?" Okay, friends, it's time for me to share my June reading wrap up. I think that I had a really good reading month during June. I had the most fun reading my books. So two of them are actually books that I finished at the end of May, but I finished them after I had filmed my monthly reset routine for May, so I will include them in today's monthly reset routine. So the first book is The Other Miss Bridgerton by Julia Quinn, which is actually, I think, a historical romance, I want to say. This is, I think, part of the whole Bridgerton Bridgerton world. I've never seen the series or read any other book before. This is the only book I have ever read by a Bridgerton family member, if I can call it like that. But let me just see here my rating for this book, because I'm not 100% sure. Alright, yeah, this was 3.5. It was a cute story, but it was nothing revolutionary, and there were some points that I was just, laughing and giggling, and the main character was being sassy but in a nice way, and she was funny, and I liked her interactions with the main male character. But overall, I was not really crazy about this book. It was a fine read for one time. The other book that I finished at the end of May was Heir of Fire, and I gave this book 4.5 stars. It was really good. Do not even ask me what happened in this book. I have been reading these books back to back, and I cannot remember what happens in which book. I remember the whole storyline and what has happened for each character, but I don't remember in which book it happened. I mean, some incidents and some happenings I remember in which book they happened, but generally speaking, all these books have become one book in my head. So I cannot really remember what happened in this book, but I remember that I liked it because I love the whole series, but it just didn't give me that 5-star feeling, So this was a good 4 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read was Queen of Shadows. This is 5 out of 5 stars. I can vividly remember some things that happened in this book, so maybe that's also why it is a 5-star, because there were points of the book that were too good, too nice, too whoa. So yeah, I really enjoyed Queen of Shadows. It was amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. Then I reread Malibu Rising, which I also read last summer. It was really good. I loved rereading it. I gave it again 4.5 stars, so my rating did not change for this book. I actually reread this book for one of my reading vlogs. I was reading only summer books for 1 week for that reading vlog. I will have it linked down below, but it was definitely enjoyable the second time around as well. The next book that I read for that reading vlog was Carrie Soto is Back. By the way, I am not naming these books in a specific order. I'm just picking them up randomly. So the next book that I read for that reading vlog was Carrie Soto is Back. 5 out of 5 stars. I loved this book. Taylor Jenkins Reid never fails me. Every book that I have read from her is really, really good. I really love how this book focuses on an athlete and on her journey. Even though before I read it, I thought that it would have more romance and some other things maybe going on. This book does focus a lot on Carrie, the athlete, the tennis player, and her relationship and her journey with tennis and her relationship and journey alongside with her father. And even though I never was interested in tennis, I just loved this book, so I cannot tell you to not read it if you're not interested in sports or in tennis, because even though I am not really a huge sports type of person and I was not interested in tennis, I just loved this book. Maybe it has everything to do with the author's writing, but now I am interested in tennis. I want to play tennis now, even though I never in my life thought that I would want. So 5 out of 5 stars, amazing book. The next book that I reread for that summer reading vlog was Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is a good 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it the second time around that I read it as well, but I just don't like the miscommunication in this book. I find it very annoying. I just don't like it in all books, in movies, in real life. I just hate miscommunication, but overall I did enjoy the book, and even though when I was halfway through it I thought that maybe I should change my rating to 3.75 maybe, because that miscommunication was pretty annoying, and also because the main male character, I mean, he has his issues. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I feel like he's not really fighting for his woman, and I also didn't really like that. But the ending was really nice, and also this book focuses on friendship as well, not just on romance and on a couple. So because I do love the ending of this book, I just kept it to 4 out of 5 stars. And the last book, my books fell. And the last book that I read for the month of June was Just for the Summer. This was such a huge surprise, because even though I had heard really good things about it, and most people just gave it 5 out of 5 stars, I didn't expect it to be that good. I got hooked into the story by page 1. I love the writing, I love the characters. This book made me laugh, it made me giggle, it made me shed a couple of tears. This book also focuses on some mental health issues like anxiety, depression. It also touches upon child neglect. I think that the author did an amazing job with all of these sensitive and delicate topics, and I just love the book overall. 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't read it, pick it up. It is truly good. I almost forgot, I also listened to the audiobook of Beach Read by Emily Henry for that summer reading vlog. Unfortunately, I didn't like Beach Read, maybe because I listened to the audiobook. I don't know, I just couldn't connect to the characters, to the story. I found myself feeling bored, so I unfortunately gave Beach Read 2 out of 5 stars. Maybe one day, if I have a physical copy of it, I will give it a second chance to see if I will like it better. And now I would like to share my June favorites, and of course we will start with some songs. The first one is called Hypnotic by Zella Day. I used to listen to that song years and years ago. I cannot even remember how long ago, and I rediscovered it during June, and I have been listening to it a lot. The next song that has blown up recently is by the artist Chapel Roan. If I am mispronouncing it, I am terribly sorry, but the song is called Good Luck Babe. I really love the song. The next song that I have been listening to non-stop is by Clan. It's called Arise. If you are into fantasy, romantasy, if you love to listen to fantasy-inspired, epic-inspired songs when you're reading, definitely check out Clan, and specifically this song, Arise. It is stunning. The same goes for the next song that I have in my favorites list. It is by the artist, I think it's pronounced Zevia, and the song is called Flower Maiden. It is amazing. I think that the language of the song is the language that they speak at Belarus, but it is an incredible song. Again, a lot of times when I'm reading Throne of Glass, I listen to that song because it just has that fantasy epic energy to it. And the last song that I have been listening to a lot is called Stardust Love Song, and this song is actually one of the official soundtracks for the K-drama 2521, and I rewatched for the second time this K-drama during June, and this K-drama is just one of my all-time favorite K-dramas and series that I have ever watched. It just focuses on youth and love and friendship. It is just so beautiful and heartwarming and heartbreaking. And also our main female character in this series is fencing, so she's an athlete. So like Carrie Soto is back. I just love movies and books that focus on athletes and their journey. And this song, Stardust Love Song, plays for the first time, I think, in a specific scene when one of the characters is inside a pool area of an athletic center, and it's just such a beautiful scene. I cannot describe it. Just go ahead and watch this K-drama, guys. You won't regret it. Obviously, this K-drama is one of my favorites. It is the next thing in my favorites list. I watched it on Netflix. I hope that you can watch it on Netflix in your country as well. The next favorite that I have is very random. They are these cinnamon rolls by IKEA. I think they're called Giflar. I will have the name on the screen, but I went to IKEA during June with my sister, and she bought a package of these cinnamon rolls for me, and they were so delicious. I really liked them, so they had to be on my favorites list. And my last favorite is a body scrub, which I forgot to bring here. One moment to pick it up from the bathroom. So this is the body scrub. It is by the brand Rituals. It is the Ritual of Sakura. So this has bamboo and cherry blossom in it. It smells really good, and it leaves the skin feeling very soft. This was part of a gift set that was gifted to me months ago, but I was just not using it, and I just recently started using it, and I really like it. But I don't know if I would go ahead and repurchase it with my own money, because I'm really not the scrub type of person. I just dry brush my skin to exfoliate it, and I also use a loofah in the shower. But since I have it, I'm using it, and I'm really enjoying it. It smells amazing. It leaves the skin very smooth. It is also of 92% natural origin, whatever that means. So this is my last little favorite. And that brings us to the end of this monthly reset routine, guys. I feel like I have been talking non-stop and my throat is really dry. If you have reached this part of this video, comment down below a little butterfly so I know that you are a real one. Leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to leave down below some of the goals that you have for the new month. I always love reading about your goals as well. So thank you very much for watching my video, guys. I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends!